Shoot, I should have got a picture of the other girls. Whatever. Fuck. Hello, hello, hello. Back to back, yes. So, hey, I keep saying like I don't like talking about the same thing, but my audiences literally they ask me like, no, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. They like my Love Island recaps. I think that I might just be getting too old for like reality TV. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if it's me or that scene was disgusting. And I'm never the one to complain. I can handle a lot of stuff. I have a stomach for a lot of stuff. I did delete Peacock. I did. I canceled it. It said the whatever prescription is over July 14th. Only because I am intelligent and I see that Love Island is ran by racists. You got to actually watch the show. You know, the edit that they gave for KC on movie night compared to Aniyah, they made it all nice and stuff like that. Not racist, but clearly there's an agenda here. I don't have respect for the producers. Just where I'm at in my life, I don't talk to men like this, for especially when it's undeserved. Okay, we already broke down already on my channel how Aniyah is doing too much. KC does not owe her raggedy ass shit, and that's not her husband, and he is allowed to voice his opinions of what it's like dating her, just like what everyone else in the house does. But it's only KC. Hold on. But since episode 1, when no one was at KC's door, despite KC being one of the most attractive men on the show, I already knew what time it was with these girls. They showed themselves time and time and time again. They have a vendetta against dark-skinned black men. They don't like dark-skinned black men. They don't. It's been shown since episode 1. There should be no reason why no one was at KC's door. Why? But we have somebody at Bryce's door. Bryce is gay. He's ugly. He's scrawny. What's going on here? Right? So that's first and foremost. The girls already were like birds to me. Okay? It gave you're on the internet too much. You think the white man is the answer. It being gave you didn't like dark-skinned men, like I said. Everybody is saying at this point, like, yeah, you said they are very colorist, especially Aniyah. Yes. These girls all are kind of on the whitewashed side. Most of them grew up around white people. And I already said that the worst archetype of black person is the one that's been around white people their whole lives. They have so many issues, and they truly, nobody hates black people more than a whitewashed black person. They hate black people more than freaking the KKK at this point. I am so tired of these raggedy girls teaming up on KC. Like, at this point, the way they're treating KC, it's abusive. It is 1,000% abuse. I'm tired of, like, I was even more disgusted after watching that disgusting. I mean, this episode was disgusting. The way she humiliated him, emasculated him. You're bullying him because he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. If he's silent, you're mad. If he speaks up, you talk over him. Aniyah explains why Black women are the least married demographic. If you want to know why black men sometimes get their money and get the fuck on, it's because of women, bitches like Aniyah. It's because of her. She is an archetype that represents how a lot of black women operate when they get around black men. Thank you. Aniyah is abusive. The end. And the end. And my thing is, she still has supporters. She has acted like a complete, spoiled, entitled, rich daddy brat the entire show. It's not the Aniyah show. It's Love Island, baby. Okay? The way they treat KC, they don't like dark-skinned men. That's why they kicked all the dark-skinned men when it was Casa Amor. They kicked all the most attractive, buffest, dark-skinned men out the villa, but kept all these ugly, scrawny, weird, crunchy-looking white men. That dark-skinned buff man, Keon or whatever, he literally swatted Aniyah, bro. That's every girl's dream. Every girl wants to get picked up and tossed around by a man. He did that for you. He damn near worshipped you. And here you go, choosing mediocre white men. This is what I talk about on my channel. Okay? Black women, the way you treat white men versus black men, it's a huge difference. You always give white men a pass, a slap on the wrist, and then with the black man, you have these super high expectations that they cannot freaking live up to. They gotta be damn near superhuman. I don't even know where to begin, bro. So I'm gonna read the chat real quick. Somebody said racism. You said I was so possessed watching. Someone said, hold on. Okay, double standard. You guys keep saying double standard. You're tired of the Villa girls. I'm going to unpack. We're going to be here for a very long time. That's why I took my mic out, because with my mic, there's a time limit, kind of. And honestly, we about to be here for a very long time. You said no smoke for Sincere. It's just clear as day. And I don't respect production because they're enabling this nonsense. You could tell production also just doesn't like KC. When these girls have been doing the same thing, KC can't explore, right? Aniyah's ugly ass gonna say, oh, that was fast, when they were showing the clips of KC and TT. But then when it's Aniyah and Carl, aww. I kind of understand why some men, and especially in the red pill space, now I kind of understand why they have a time limit with women. After that episode, like, sometimes when you wait too long, I'm not defending this, but I'm saying I can understand, right? Because the way Aniyah is all over Carl instantly, right? But she's a slow burn with dark-skinned KC. Now I see why some men go, if you don't sleep with me within this amount of time, I'm leaving. Because they know that if the guy if the guy that you actually like shows up, all your standards and you making them wait and all this slow burn stuff, it's going to go straight out the window for the guy that you actually want. I hate to say that because that's not the case for me. And I don't agree with women sleeping with men hecka quick, but I'm saying Love Island kind of proves all the negative talking points that men typically have about women. Yes. You like Aniyah. Why? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, can you explain why you like her? I don't understand how anyone can like this girl after this episode. Why? Anyways, where was I even at? I'm sorry. That just threw me all the way off. I don't understand how people can see this. Like, what was really disgusting was after this scene of her abusing and humiliating and emasculating KC, right? But never had that energy for all the other guys, right? I go online and there's black unmarried fat women hyping up that scene. Yes, Aniyah, that's, see, that right there. And the fact that like majority of the white women on the couch were dead silent for the most part during this scene, it explains the difference in the marriage gap when it comes to, you know, when it explains why black women are the least married. We have zero respect for our own men. Okay? And when the white man does it, he can do everything that Casey is doing and he gets a pass. You said, I know for a fact Carl was turned off by how Aniyah was acting at movie night. He better be. If he's not turned off by her behavior, I don't respect Carl. Because Carl, as well, I don't know, she does kiss the ass of white people. So she might not treat Carl like that, right? But it's a possibility that she could be treating you the same exact way. Somebody needs to come on this show and punch. Let me watch my words. But yeah, they need to boom this girl straight in her face. Who the fuck are you talking to? I hope Carl sees this and avoids her because he's next if he makes the wrong move. Well, the thing is, she kisses the ass of white people so much that she just might not treat Carl like that. I know black girls. I know black girls in real life that act belligerent and disgusting just like Aniyah, right? But then turn around and give the white man king treatment because he's white. You said Carl definitely got the ick. I hope so. If Carl still continues his connection with Aniyah, I'm gonna lose all respect for him. I'm gonna think he's a simp. We already know Bryce is gay. That's why he just lets Trinity talk to men all types of crazy. He's a simp. He's gay. He's a wimp. We already know that. You said you're over Aniyah. I honestly cannot stand that girl, bro. Casey is allowed to explore and everybody don't gotta talk the same. Casey strikes me, they're mad because behind the scenes, Casey was explaining in so many different ways that he was no longer interested in Aniyah behind the scenes. Nobody has to talk in the way that's digestible for you. Casey is a man. He is a blunt person. He's kind of funny. He likes to crack jokes. That's his way of doing it. Nobody owes this raggedy mop head girl anything with her dry, crunchy, stiff wig. Her parents failed her. They should be ashamed. And I told you, it's the spoiled girl syndrome. It's the whenever I don't get my way, this is how they act. Where that wig at? Damn it. Hello, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I basically said this show is not for people over the age of 25. You're going to be very frustrated because these are lessons that I've been learned. Like, even their communication style is extremely childish. The yelling at one time, first of all, I had to learn that when you're screaming at your partner, they're not comprehending anything that you're saying. Like, that's just basic mature knowledge, right? Like, screaming, they're not comprehending anything. You're turning their defense up, which is why KC went ahead and stood up, because they were screaming over him every time one idiot follower talks. If Kata talks, here comes Trinity, and they're all talking at the same time, and all you hear is. So if Casey is silent, y'all are mad. If he stands up, he's not standing up to buck up at you, idiot, stiff wig idiot. Casey is standing up to literally make a statement. Like, y'all are all ganging up on him, idiots. Y'all don't let the man talk. Like, bro, these girls are childish. Like, they have so much work. Y'all spoil Aniyah, and you brought Carl back for her, but here's the thing. I don't know. Some black women, they worship white men, but then turn around and treat the black men like gum on the bottom of their shoe. Either that could be the case, or I feel like Aniyah and her issues will eventually drive off Carl. Because at first, Aniyah and KC, they were in the honeymoon phase. Everything was good until he walked out with TT. He's standing to be heard. He is also standing because he feels threatened by the situation. Yeah, he's standing to kind of make a moment. But again, I realize, again, the Love Island fans, they're all teenagers. They're all middle schoolers. So that's why it's like their takes are horrendous. I can't be into spaces where it's like, mentally you're on a significantly lower level than I am, because it's nothing but constant stress reading their opinions. Someone said Love Island is enjoyable when you get away from the online discourse. Now I see why they say that, because the online discourse is nothing but kids. But in a way, I'm kind of glad that Trinity, Kata, and all of them, they did this on TV, because men, they observe us and they take notes. You know that, right? Men are not stupid like us women. They see how you treat other people, and they, for the most part, move accordingly, because they know that there's a possibility that they could be next. See, us women will see a guy beat his ex, damn near murder his ex, and we'll still give him a chance. That's what women do, okay? Women are a little bit slower, but men don't do that. Men see how you treat the last person, and for the most part, they move accordingly. Why do you think Carl already knows Aniyah is a lunatic, and that's why he's kind of having Amora as a backup? She would never speak to Sincere the way she speaks to KC, because she kisses the ass of white people. The end. Like, when people were calling Aniyah a colorist, I did not hop on that wave, because I'm like, you know what? I believe that people are entitled to like what they like. I say that for men, and I believe it for women. So if a man wants to like a light-skinned girl, I don't think there's a crime in that. So, but I think it becomes a problem when you have obvious aggression and you're obviously bullying someone who's not really typically your preference. I don't like the way Aniyah is constantly little boying KC. And for a lot of people, the movie night episode is very reminiscent of how your ghetto mom talks to your dad. in the black community at least. But these girls are stupid, right? Y'all, like I said, little girls see the way men treat and dog out other women and still date them. These stupid little girls don't understand that men, like I said, they take notes and they see how you're doing the X. And they move accordingly. Casey didn't do anything wrong. It's sad that production is enabling this behavior. They purposely set things up to where they can all attack Casey. And like I said, if Casey was my brother, on Family Day, it would turn into Bad Girls Club, and I would knock Aniyah, Trinity, production, everybody. I can't say the words because YouTube, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's just straight up like movie bullying. It's abusive. And some people may say that for me, but I don't think that I'm a bully because how do I explain? When I clap back at people, it's well deserved, right? They're just nitpicking KC at this point. And at this point, Aniyah is mad because KC does not want you. You're a grandma with the black man, but then with Carl, you're all on his lap being fun and exciting and everything KC wanted you to be. Get these whitewashed black girls off my screen. Get them off my screen, please. You said you notice how the movie night showed a lot of KC videos to get a reaction. Yeah, but then what did they even show of Aniyah? Aniyah, she was on the show talking mess. I cannot, like, just where I'm at in my life, you got to understand, I am a married woman. I've overcame so much. I've learned so much. All of these behaviors you're seeing on the screen, I've already worked on it. I've overcame it. I worked on how I talk to men, how I operate. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like, seeing this, it's just seeing like an unhealed version. Like, I don't know. It's just not appealing to me. They're calling the men bitch, fuck you, fuck, like, shut the fuck up. Like, ew. Like, I just cannot watch women talk to men like that for no reason. If it was deserved, like the way they're talking to KC is as if he freaking pow their mom or something. Whatever. But it's like undeserved. And that's where it's like that bullying undertone. You said TT said it. Aniyah would have been mad either way because he had someone new. That's the thing that I don't like about these little girls on this show. They have extreme cognitive dissonance. They are Kata, Trinity, all of them, they act the same. They're nothing but followers, right? And they all do this thing where they're verbally saying, I don't care. But then you're flipping over the table, crying every 5 seconds. You do care. I don't care that it's not about you choosing TT. It is about him choosing TT and not you. It is. Get real with yourself. Oh my God, these girls are childish. I cannot watch this. Like, I'm sorry. I cannot watch. Like, I don't know. The damned if you do, damned if you don't bubble that they box Casey in, I can't do it. Why are they acting like all of them are innocent angels on this island? All of y'all have talked crap. You've talked about your dating experiences. It's just where I'm at right now as a woman. Behavior like this is just so beneath me. It was so bad. I actually showed my husband, I showed him the clip of them going off. He's not here right now, but it's like, damn, man. I wish he could come on and give his opinion. He thought it was disgusting too. You said they're all emotionally dysregulated. Yeah, Aniyah has a mood disorder. You said that's a big issue. Calling Casey out his name. If he did that to them, it would be an uproar. That's what I'm saying. Aniyah, she makes black women look bad. She's the reason why, like I said, some men date out. And she's ugly as fuck. I'm sorry. There, I said it. I can't even hide it no more. I used to, like, you know, try to be nice, but it's like now seeing the way you act on the inside, it's really making you look ugly. And she's hunchback on every freaking episode. You said, what are these screenshots? It's screenshots of me sick of this girl, okay? The screenshots are kind of crazy. And then when I'm on TikTok, you know, voicing my opinion about Aniyah's behavior, her stupid idiot fans will go, well, they'll take it as an attack on black women in general. Like, no, dummy. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, some people, you just have to wash your hands with them. Just because I don't like one black person doesn't mean I hate all black people. As you can see from my last live stream when I do my fashion reviews, I have a couple of black girls that can do no wrong in my eyes. Okay? I just don't like her. So interacting with her fans, literally, it's like the lower IQ. You said a lot of her fans are middle schoolers. They are. She is chopped but acts like a 10. I'm going to need Aniyah to start acting how she looks. Okay? Without the filters on your Instagram, Miss Catfish. You'll be photoshopping the mess out of your photos. Every time I see her photos, I'm like, wow. But this is what you give on the TV, Buki. You're not cute. She needs to worry about her leave out instead of KC. Aniyah needs to worry about moisturizing her hair and fixing her posture. And she needs to worry about the fact that you look nothing like your photos on Instagram, okay? Trinity needs to worry about the fact that Bryce is in love with Zach, okay? I don't understand. Why are you not yelling at, like, it's in your face? Kata also needs to worry about Zach not liking her at all. Like, we have other worries. You said her fans are delusional. They say she looks exactly the same as her IG photos. That's how you know her fans are liars. That's how you know her fans are straight up liars, bro. Lie again. Lie. Don't make me pull up her IG photos and be extra messy. Okay? Be right back. Be right back. Are you there? Can you guys hear me? Are you there? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Who is this? This is not Aniyah. Can somebody point to an episode where her body has ever looked like this? Right here, her body looks like Adriana from last season. All we ever see on our screens is a manly, but like hunchback sports body. Worry about that, okay? Instead of worrying about she is a bitter ex. Aniyah acts like a bitter ex, and she does not like Casey because he chose TT, who is better than her. The end. And these girls, it's like they stay trying to do this. Gen Z always does this whole unbothered act. Like, I don't care. You do care. You're crying every 5 seconds, babe. It's okay to admit that you care. I don't care. F these ninjas. F these ninjas. Like, I just hate the way they disrespect men. Like, as a married woman, I don't like that. I try my hardest every day that I wake up to respect my man, regulate my emotions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's why I can't watch stuff like this. They don't like men. They constantly talk about how men ain't ish, but then expect to get good results and be married. It's the cognitive dissonance for me, like what I was talking about on my page. You said she's shaped like SpongeBob, not an hourglass. Literally shaped like SpongeBob, has absolutely no curves on the show. But on her Instagram, this is her. Where is this BBL on the show? You have nothing back there on the show. Worry about that. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God, so annoying. Hey, can you guys hear me? Comment if you can hear me. Okay, we're good. So basically, I'll repeat what I said, okay? Somebody said she looks like she's shaped like SpongeBob on the show, okay? And then on her Instagram, she got a BBL. Where is all this booty on the show? Okay, that's what you need to be worried about. Way too much Facetune. It's ridiculous. This her on the show. That's a damn shame. This does not look like her at all. This is two different people. You said she looks like an auntie on the show. She does. Yeah. Caramel, you can hear me, right? You guys can hear me? Because some people keep saying they can't hear me. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking. Somebody said the cognitive dissonance is crazy with these women. Corbin was right there. Oh, Corbin was right. Their behavior is high school on their best. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said on their best and elementary on the worst. That's why I can't watch it. I'm a grown woman. I cannot watch these little immature girls make rookie mistakes. I can't do it. And I'm never the one to like boycott a show. That's not likely of me. Because typically when I'm watching shows, it's fair, it makes sense. Like if somebody's fighting on Bad Girls Club, the storyline makes sense. But them ganging up on KC when all of those other men that are also flawed are sitting right there, y'all not ganging up on him. I don't like to watch unfairness on my screen. That's all. So I'm done. Brianna, who I believe is also married, she said, I agree. I literally was like, I can't watch this. It feels so immature. And I'm 28. Literally, if you're over the age of 25, like, this show is hella childish. So glad I'm not on the internet and tea in real life. I don't know what that means. Like, I'm just past this stage in my life. Like, I would say with me and my husband, like, we definitely have gotten way better with our communication. You know, we've learned to get better. Like, I've overcame, like, the way they're talking to these men, I've overcame that in my life. Like, the screaming, the talking. How can anyone hear you if you're all talking at once? Like, these are rookie, like, you could just see their age. Okay, that makes no sense. She's not a Facetune girl. She's fine in real life. No, she's not fine in real life. No, she's not. And I'm just tired of pretending like we are. At first, I was pretending and I was trying to be nice. But now when I see how obnoxious and insufferable her personality is, I'm just going to go ahead and say this woman is ugly. She is. Oh, you said not Aniyah? Okay. You said, maybe it's toxic, but my mother told me not to get in a man's face and act the fool. Let me tell you something. Women like Trinity, Aniyah, and Kata, with the way they talk to men, they're going to enter a DV. That's why younger women are always in DV relationships. Sometimes. Sometimes it's not their fault, but a lot of the times they don't know how to talk to people. So if you look at the statistics, it's usually women under the age of 25 or 23 that are more at risk of being in a domestic violence relationship. It's them being slow, not knowing how to choose men. It's also them just bucking up at men, calling them the B word. One of these days, somebody is going to you in your face. I'm just keeping it above. Y'all might not like me saying that, but I'm helping you out. Believe what I'm saying. I know. I'm not blaming the woman, but some of these women just talk crazy to men. You said, and they usually both hit each other in the relationship, but that's never mentioned. Yeah, no, it's true. Typically with DV, it's like both parties are toxic. But it's really only the man's behavior that gets highlighted. There are situations where the woman is innocent and the man is just the evil demon. For sure. I'm not denying that. But in the black community, black women do not know how to talk to men. There's nothing wrong with my sound. Like, can you guys stop saying that? Can you guys hear me? Like, what's going on? Like, that's so annoying. I don't know. If you can hear me, comment it. Because if people can hear me, that's just their phone. Yeah, Caramel keeps saying yes. So, I don't know. That's just them. I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, guys, tell me your opinions. I don't know what else to say. Again, the younger fans are going to gaslight and be like, why are you so bothered? Because I'm mature, I'm married, I can't watch little girls prance around the screen and make rookie mistakes that I've already made when like 10 years ago. Okay, like, I'm sorry. I'm just going to watch something else. Honestly, I was watching Love After Lockup, and even that was like, as crazy as that show is, it's not even close to as triggering as some of the episodes on Love Island. You said you can't lie. I think the white man worship is at an all-time high. It's absolutely disgusting. I know Sincere is not white, but you get the point. First she talks over him, and now she's in his face. So I'm telling you, when some girls end up in domestic violence relationships, they are operating like Aniyah. Okay? That's the part they don't talk about. You said, am I saving this video for everyone? It depends if I feel confident in it. I'm honestly tired of talking about this, though. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. You said this show has held up a mirror to my bad behavior. It's super enlightening. Yeah. Well, it made me realize how mature I am and how much I've grown and overcame in my life. You said on Twitter, they were saying that all the girls want Sincere, and that's why they weren't going in on him. And, you know, oh yeah, Sincere, yeah, he like asserted dominance over them, and if Casey would have tried that, psh. You said he needs good support after this because this is abusive. I honestly think that, so this is, if I'm being honest, this is like my second season of watching Love Island. I heard Love Island in general has a history of kind of ruining the mental health of the black people on the show. At first, I thought that they were just crocodile tears, but now that I'm actually watching it myself, like I heard back in the day, they would treat black women unfairly on some seasons and stuff like that. But now that I'm seeing this myself, yeah, KC, he needs to just pack his bags and go. Production obviously doesn't like you. Everyone kisses the ass of Aniyah, okay, because she's spoiled. Her daddy is an NBA player. You know what I mean? just it's time to go. And her fans hate, like, have you seen her psychotic fans? They've changed their profile pictures and put like anti KC pictures. Like, I've seen that everywhere. Like, they're insane. Like, they've created profiles just to hate on KC. So this is definitely going to affect his mental health. um and I just honestly wish him the best. It was nice watching him. I don't think that man did a damn thing wrong, okay? Everybody don't gotta talk like you. I'm also blunt. I'm gonna say things that might offend you. Oh, well, people come to my channel all day long and try to control how I talk. No, everybody don't talk like you. He said you were a grandma because you're boring, and all the things you quickly did for Carl, you wanted to play like you were this innocent version for KC because you didn't like him. Okay? Because he's dark skinned. But then this is how women work, right? Women will sleep on you and not really want you like that until they see you moving on with another woman. Then they start crashing out like Aniyah. And that's the case for Aniyah. You never appreciated him until he moved on and got with TT. That's when we started seeing you crash out. Some women want to keep men in their back pockets and think that this good man is going to be waiting forever. And by the way, her audience, her stupid fan base went from, at first, when KC was pursuing her, they said, I like KC. He's a good black man, right? Now, all these losers, I'm seeing videos pop up where they're reducing KC. Oh, girl, Aniyah, girl, you could do better. He a hood ninja. He a hood ninja. I don't think KC is a hood ninja. I think he just doesn't give me that vibe when I check him out, but I don't know him. I don't know him. You know what I mean? But yeah, what should KC be called out for? Nothing. He's just existing as a human and voicing opinions like what everybody else is doing on the show, including Aniyah and her stupid friends. He's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. I find this girl absolutely insufferable. You said, yeah, my husband also said this. He doesn't watch Red Pill. He thinks that sector of the internet is kind of corny. But we talked about that episode and someone said, Red Pill men, where is it? Red Pill men talk about this all the time. I thought that they were being dramatic. Literally, this season really highlights all the negative things that Red Pill men have always complained about women. Yes. To the T. And again, I also don't really like some of them because I don't like how they put women in a box. But I have to realize that a lot of women do act like what they're talking about. Because sometimes I used to get offended. Like, what are you talking? Why are you putting this information out there? I don't act like this. You know? You think Aniyah is pink-pilled? Oh, it's very obvious that majority of the girls, Aniyah, Trinity, they're young girls. They have their phones. They're constantly using TikTok slang, I fear, and all this stuff. They're chronically online. So they're definitely in those spaces where, the younger women for sure have grew up on that whole black men are the enemy, they're dusty, they suck, the Cynthia G's. They grew up on that. And white men are the best. It's so obvious on this show. The lighter the man, the better. They grew up on that. It's so blatant. Most women are pink-pilled. It's the radical feminism that ruined everything. People that are extreme are always the problem. I'm a young girl, but I don't act like this. I think that 25 plus, wait for your brain to be fully developed before being in TV. I know, right? I was thinking that. I have done the most embarrassing things in my early 20s, literally. Honestly, the way I was in my early 20s, like compared to now, I'll be real with you, I'm literally unrecognizable, like from the inside out. These pictures. Aniyah, you said she's a colorist. She hates herself and she projects it onto Casey because Casey is the same skin complexion as her. I would hate myself too if I looked like her. I'm not gonna cap. It's understandable. I've been said she's chopped to me. I've been said that before the show even started. Sorry. And then seeing the way she acts, please. You could tell because she edits her skin tone. That's what somebody said. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't have it here. Like, this isn't a good example. But she's extreme. Like, okay, me, if I'm on camera, for some reason, I look very bright on camera. My melanin doesn't really pick up on the camera. So you have to be extremely dark for your skin complexion to actually show on camera. Every time I see her, she has this rich, dark skin. So you know, like it's not her Instagram photos is not a matter of it showing up lighter. No, she's editing it lighter along with her editing her body and everything else that she's editing. Her facial features, everything is edited. This is not a good example, but on some of her pictures, it looks nothing like her. She is completely light skinned. These are not good examples though. So, like I said, before I even watched the show, Aniyah stuck out to me because I noticed that this was a very insecure girl. Just off of the fact that she does not look like her Instagram. I know that she's struggling with some insecurities, and many people who have personality or mood disorders, that stuff comes from insecurities from your childhood. I don't know what type of childhood she had, right? But people are saying she got some demons in her. So I was right. I clocked this. I clocked her behavior. There's no way you could edit your photos this drastically and then go on to be a normal person. No, you hate yourself. And that's why you hate KC, because KC looks like you. Literally. Because you look like a man. I'm sorry. I'm not. The way she don't ever spare KC, I'm going to do her the same way. So, sorry if you're an Aniyah stan. I just keep it real. You said at this point in life, I start to think that the red pill may not be fully wrong. They're just using pattern recognition. No, the red pill is pattern recognition. It's like, I don't like how they generalize women, but it's like they're talking about how women typically are as a collective. They typically are like that. They are. And then, of course, there's the rare ones. They call it, the unicorns in the red pill space. It would be like the women like me. I think I've been called a unicorn before. And it would be the women that deviate from that stereotype. You said some things in the red pill are right, just poorly delivered. Yeah, I agree. I keep things real. Like, I know red pill is embarrassing. Many women bash it, but I'm like, shoot, they be telling the truth most of the time. I think y'all don't like it because they tell the truth about y'all. The red pill space is men that don't kiss the behinds of women. They just keep things real and they're fed up. Red pill guys are often hurt by their position with women, and it shows. Yeah, I think that's where it becomes like why people don't like it, because you can kind of see the bitterness sometimes. So yeah, I get it. But like I said, this show reminded me of what the guys complain about online. And it's like they all, you notice how when it was decision day, right? All of them, and I'm sorry, I did not screenshot pictures of Kata and Trinity, so my bad. I only had Aniyah. She was getting on my nerves during this time, so I found the worst pictures. But what I was gonna say is, like, these girls are all followers, right? That's how you act in elementary school. You follow what your friends is doing. And it was so stupid how, you know how the red pill men say pick better? All of them had better choices. Melanie had a better choice. Kata had a slightly better choice. Aniyah had a better choice. And they all acknowledged that. Before they rejected the guys and booted them off the island, they said, you know what, you're so perfect and you're such a nice guy, but I'm gonna pick Sincere, who lies to me and manipulates and treats me like trash. Like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, the red pillars could have a field day with shows like these. That's all that they ever talk about is women choosing wrong, making the wrong men their baby daddies, not wanting the nice guy that could have treated them right. And they're literally all doing that. So, since I am a more of a logical thinker, I don't all the way bash red pill. Sometimes people say I sound like red pill because I make logical points, talking points. Trinity is annoying. She needs to focus on her new boyfriend. I'm just going to let y'all think that is an organic couple. That is not an organic couple. I clocked it and it's still revealing itself. Okay? The progression. We went from a stale connection with Trinity and Bryce with no chemistry during most of the show. And then suddenly production pulled them to the side and said, all right, on this episode, start yearning for each other. Because, the low IQ, childish, loser fans, they're going to love it. So one episode, they start yearning for each other. The next, they're both suddenly wearing yellow. Oh, that wasn't planned. Now she's his girlfriend. Like, this is all planned by production. That's not a natural progression. And there's, like I said, there's everything I say ages well. They are setting it up to where, mark my words, Trinity and Bryce are going to win that money. Okay, come back to this video and I'm going to be right. I can see it already. You also don't think Trinity is all that? I don't think she's all that after seeing the way that she acts. I thought she was a very pretty chocolate Barbie doll kind of girl until I see how she bucks up at men for absolutely no reason. Like, you don't need to talk to them like that just for them being human. And she's always, shut the F up. Who are you telling to shut the F up? One of these days, y'all are going to get... Who are you talking? You can't go around talking to people any type of way. Why didn't their parents teach these girls this? Everybody is not KC where they're going to be the bigger person and let you bully them. Some people are going to fight back. You cannot, as a woman, if you're listening to this, you can't go around bucking up at men. That is dangerous. You said this picture is terrible. I'm done. Okay, let me find a better picture. Here you go. Is that better? And also, okay, astrology break, right? I just found out that Bryce is a Cancer and Zach is a Scorpio. Do you know that is literally a soulmate pairing? Oh, yeah. Kata and Trinity, consider your man took. Those two are in love. Scorpio and Cancers together? That's like the best pairing. No wonder why they're in love. That makes so much sense. She looks cute in this one. I'm glad you think she looks cute. Good. They was complaining about this picture, so I put a better picture. I'm glad y'all like this one. You said, why are we talking about how she looks and not how she acts? Because I need her to act how she looked. That's why. Okay? Y'all pity this girl too much. Listen, loser, there's other black girls on the island. Y'all pity her because she's the worst looking one. There's no pity for Amora. There's no pity. Remember when no. Wasn't y'all the same group that was making AIs of TT who did nothing besides play the game right? But then when anyone has criticism against Aniyah, y'all coddle her. You should have been when people was doing those nasty, disgusting, masculine AIs of TT for no reason. Okay, that girl did nothing but stand up for herself against women ganging up on her and her man. I seen the icons of all of these black girls reposting that nasty, disgusting meme. Y'all started this nonsense. Talking about looks, y'all started it. Okay? So don't be mad when I'm finishing it. I was going to the profiles of every woman sharing that meme till this day. The meme was her looking buff and masculinizing her. And guess who was sharing it? Dark-skinned black women. So shut up and have that energy for TT and get out of my live stream. I'm sick of y'all. All y'all do is y'all walk around with double standards. You're hypocritical. You only support certain type of black women that are below the beauty standards. That's why you're supporting Aniyah and kissing the ass of her. But whenever a black woman is T and beautiful, especially in the male's eyes like TT, forget about it. You throw her to the freaking wolves. You pick and choose which black woman you want to freaking support. Get out of my face with all that. Go to Chrissy's channel with all that. Bye. Go over there so you can choose which loser black woman you want to support today and then dogpile on the prettier, maybe caramel, lighter skinned black woman when we all black. I'm treating Aniyah how her fans treat everyone else. The nasty memes they've made of KC, the nasty, disgusting pictures they made of my client TT, okay? God forbid I defend my clients. I should try to find you. Should I pull that up? That picture of TT. Let me show you what black women made of TT. I'll be right back. Hold on. Wait, I'm back. Hello? Bro, Nara Smith just got diagnosed. Wait, I'm back. Hello? Bro, Nara Smith just got diagnosed with cancer. That's so sad. I just found out. That's so sad because she has all of these kids. Hold on, y'all. Can you hear me? Hold on. Let me come back with hold on. Never mind. One of her daughters got diagnosed. One of her daughters. I'm sorry. I read it quickly. I read things fast. I'm sorry. Her daughter. That's still very freaking sad. Oh my God, that's so sad. But anyways. Yeah, that's even worse, like what Track said. Wow, that's so sad. I like to live vicariously through women who have big, fat, juicy... Wait, that sounds weird. Oh my God. Take away the juicy word. Big, fat families. Okay? And so it's very hurtful seeing that her daughter is going through that. Oh, I was trying to find the meme. I got distracted. I had went... I gotta go... Hold on, let me find the meme. Let's talk about the meme that they made of TT. But nobody came to her defense and said, why are we talking about TT's looks? Right? When y'all were masculinizing her. Give me a break. Give me a break. And honestly, that's why when I first came on YouTube, I was in those sectors that I no longer get along with anymore. Because when it comes to this topic, they spoke truth. The picking and choosing, I hate how they act like if you don't look a certain way, you're not fully black. Black African-American women look all types of ways. Some of them are extremely light-skinned, like Tyra Banks, and they're still fully black. Y'all are weird. Y'all only defend certain types of black women, and I don't like that. Defend all of them. You didn't like TT for no reason. For no reason. I like Amora too. She's chill. She's cute. She's not doing the most. She's not a follower. I like how she spoke up at movie night. There are other black women that I like. Aniyah is not one of them. Or Trinity. I don't like her. Oh well, get over it. Amora to win and Carl. I pray to God Carl takes note of Aniya'S behavior and go over there to Amora, okay? Amora is more sane. Please. She's prettier. She's better. Okay, let me pull up the meme that black women made, okay? About another black woman. But you're always talking about protect the black woman and we got to stand together. Please. That only applies to black women that you are not threatened by. But when a black woman is a threat, it's all out the window. So let's pull it up. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. So hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm back. It's not buffering. I had came and then left and then came and then left. But I'm back now. Am I clear? Okay, because I got a point to make. So to the black girl that said, why am I talking about Aniya'S looks? The same way Aniya'S psychotic fan base was talking about another black woman's looks. Look what Aniya'S fan base made of TT, who she did not deserve this. Like, I could see if it was deserved. The one that y'all need to be clowning is Aniya. She deserves to be dogpiled with the way she acts. TT is chill. She ain't done nothing to nobody on this show besides play the show correctly, and you got your man took, grandma. Look what Aniya'S fans made of TT. The beautiful TT, right? TT is beautiful, body is T, and look what the black woman decided to do to TT's beautiful body and her looks because they felt threatened by her. Because Aniya'S not threatened. That's why they're all pitying Aniyah, because she's not threatening, right? I mean, maybe if Aniyah looked like her Instagram, black women would find her threatening, but she doesn't. You know, she looks like this. TT is gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh yeah, nobody, like, we let Aniya'S behavior slide. She called her a Fulani braid, bitch. And my thing is this. I understand the context, but no. Y'all are always twisting KC's words, right? KC said Aniyah is a grandma for going to sleep early. Y'all twisted into something else. Somebody called KC an R word. So let's twist Aniya'S words. We're going to treat you and y'all, the way Aniya'S fan base treats KC, we're going to treat her the same way. That's why I'm showing ugly pictures of her. I didn't see not one black woman come out and say, stop doing this. Because you hate black men and you hate black women that get black men's attention. That can keep black men's attention. Because Aniyah and KC got paired together by default. Nobody wanted her at first. So that's why. I'm tired of the hypocrisy because Aniyah is hypocritical and her fans offline are too. They can talk all day, create all these memes about KC and other black people, but when we do it back, we're the bad guy? No. Nope. You said Jessie Woo said stop doing this. I watched Jessie Woo's recent takes on this, and usually I cannot stand Jessie Woo and her takes, but her recent ones, shout out to her because she did a fabulous job at calling this nonsense out. Finally, she's not on some black women can do no wrong, I'm going to turn the blind eye. No. And I noticed that ever since she's been with that black man who I think is treating her well, her takes have been better. A lot of women have these horrible takes because they're not picked and they're single and they're bitter. So I did like Jessie Woo and what she had to say on this. She called out the hypocrisy. So yeah, if you are an attractive black woman that has the ability to steal people's man, even if that's not what you want to do, they're not going to support you. Aniyah is acting like that because she's insecure about her looks and knows she's not attractive like the other girls, and she's not. If she admits she's not attractive and improves her looks, she would be better off. Yeah, there's potential a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. You said this is so bad. I can't stand Aniyah's fans. Oh, sweetheart. Like, they created this is like one of like 1,000. I've seen so many buff memes of TT. And like I said, I'm going to say this one more time. If TT did anything to deserve this treatment, I would shut up. Because I believe fair game is fair game. But I don't like when y'all bully people for no reason. It's undeserved. Just because she took her man, you snooze, you lose, Grandma. You said Aniyah does think she's attractive. She literally decided to go up against Mel at the door. No, she decided to go up against Mel because she's obsessed with, because of this picture. That's why, sweetheart. Are you one of her fans? Because a lot of the times her fans always kind of sound slow. I can kind of clock them. A lot of them are in this chat. I can tell. And Aniyah is delusional. She's delusional. I mean, look at her Instagram. Where is all this ass? Where is all this butt on TV? I think she thinks she looked like this in her head. And that's why she thought Sincere would pick her. No. Melanie is beautiful on TV. On her Instagram, she's beautiful all around. Am I clear? They keep saying my stuff is cutting up. Am I clear, guys? So yeah, I'm tired of talking about this. I want to move on to other topics. But I'm just bored in the house. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know it's clear, because if I'm not clear, you have to fix your phone. Like, fix your phone. Like, come back, you know? So, yeah. I'm just past the stage of the little girl stage of emasculating men in my life. If, you know, I'm just to the point, like, okay, right now in my life, say if I was single, right? And say if a man did me wrong or whatever, I would just move on. I would pack my things and move on. I'm beyond the stage of little boying, emasculating, you know what I mean? I'm at the stage where I'm trying to treat my man like a king, learn different ways to respect him. We're operating on different frequencies right now. I'm trying to learn how to communicate better with my man, talk to him better, you know, not cut across. Sometimes I'm guilty of doing that because I talk a lot. So everything they're doing, I'm learning not to do. You said the way she stood in front of Casey's face, absolutely disgusting. Let me go back to that clip. This one right here. You said the way she stood in front of Casey's face. Wow, I was so sad for Casey. Literally. Honestly, he was getting bullied so much by these heifers. He was. There's no other word for it. So in this scene, she basically is doing all this. You can't even hear what she's saying because she's a hyena and she screams and doesn't know how to communicate. And then Trinity's in the back. Kata. Fuck you. And then Aniyah bucks up at him like a freaking man. But wait, where's the masculine memes of Aniyah? Where's the masculine memes of Aniyah? Aniyah bucked up at KC and emasculated him and told him to sit his black ass down and shut up. Where's the... Wait, she told him to sit down and shut up after you begged him. You didn't give me an explanation. You didn't give me an explanation. I can't. Like, watching these people make my head hurt, bro. You don't allow the man to give you an explanation, stupid. Your father, how you had two parents in your life and they still failed you like this? Like, some of y'all's parents are good for freaking nothing. Two parents. And you act like this. You beg the man to talk. When he finally stands up and talks, you tell him to sit down. You're exhausting. And I'm not mad. When I do my content in general, if you haven't noticed the pattern, whatever I talk about, I get passionate about whatever I'm talking about. And that's what makes my content good. So don't even start. Just because y'all are boring and robotic, okay, everybody doesn't want to do that. Me, I like to be engaging and really get into what I'm talking about. But when I click off of here, I'm going to move on with my life. Beg the man to talk. Idiot. Put this idiot back on the screen. I'm so tired of her. This idiot, stiff wig idiot, begged KC. It's been like this whole episode. I had to explain to my husband how insufferable these women were. You beg KC to talk. Every time you beg for him to talk, when he tries to talk, you cut over him. You tell him to shut up. Little boy, fuck you, ninja, coward. Ew, ew. Why are we talking to men like that? Are you a man? Why? I'm confused. So he's in this damned if he does, damned if he doesn't position. You say you in this picture. Yes, me in this freaking picture. I love this picture. You said, I'm convinced her parents are dysfunctional because there is not, like, what is the explanation? You were privileged. You had everything. You lived in a mansion. Why are you crazy like this? I don't understand. Leave this dysfunctional behavior to the people who were going to be doomed anyways because they grew up in like a single mother household. Dad wasn't in the picture. I don't understand how people literally have it all sorted out and then still come out. I mean, I guess I did break it down in my video. Sometimes when you give your child the world, they become an entitled brat that throws a tantrum whenever they don't get their way. But still. You said, can we talk about Trinity? Sure. Yeah, sure. We can talk about Trinity. I don't have any pictures of her, though. I only got pictures of Aniya'S wig. Dry, crusty wig. Okay. Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about Trinity? I'm going to be in here for a very long time. Her father was an NBA player. Yeah, it shows. I'm going to call my daddy if you don't choose me. Like, that's kind of what I see when I see Aniyah. When she doesn't get her way, she's used to, where's my daddy, KC? Like, it's just, it has that undertone when she flips out and crashes out. Y'all don't see it? The spoiled brat in her? Okay, anyways, back to Aniyah. Oh, freaking Trinity jumping in. Okay, again, hypocritical, right? When TT jumped in to defend her current man, y'all told her to shut up, bitch. Trinity was calling her the B word, which is so damn disrespectful. Trinity, you can't be calling everybody the B word that you don't know. Like I said, TT is from LA. I believe she's from the hood in LA. Do you know who you're calling the B word to, Trinity? You're very lucky that she made up with you. Us Californian people can be very nice people. You're very lucky she made up with you. Just walking around calling anybody. You can't do that. These girls have no etiquette, bro. They need charm school. Anyways, everybody and their mom can speak for Aniyah. But then when when TT speaks up for her man, KC, it's, he's a grown man, baby. He's a grown man, baby. The double standards and the hypocrisy is insane. Kata too. Yes, Kata. Always in everybody's business. Worry about how your coochie is so bad. After you slept with Zach, he already was talking about another woman instead of being in the honeymoon stage that you typically are in after you have intercourse, right? Like, why? Who has intercourse and then you're suddenly thinking about somebody else? Worry about your performance in the bedroom, Kata. Okay? That doesn't make any sense. Who gets piped down and then you're immediately planning to talk to someone else? Okay? Worry about your cat between your legs and why it's not functioning correctly. And why any chance he gets, Zach is trying to run away from you and he's obsessed with Bryce. Okay? There, I said it. Kata's voice is annoying. Bro, I just was finna say that. These girls on this show, I'm gonna do a video on voice training. Yep, voice training. Every time I say that, people think that I'm crazy. Why do you think certain people in certain areas sound like that? You can train your voice. Transgenders do it all the time. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do it, okay? Kata and Trinity sound like they eat cigarettes for breakfast. I can't even do their voice. How do your voice sound like that? You're 21 years old. How are you 21 years old with your voice sounding like that? I'm confused. But always worried about everybody else, KC and his relationships. I'm gonna do it for members only. I might do it right after this. We gonna talk about voice training. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't care. Let me do their voice. Like, let me try. I do not have a raspy voice whatsoever. And I'm really good at imitating voices, but hold on. Oh my God. I can't do it. Like, Casey. I can't do it. I can't do the raspy voice. Sound like she smoked black and white. Why do Trinity and Kata sound like they smoke black and milds? Y'all want to bully KC? Let's bully you now. Okay, I'm notorious for doing that on my channel. When I see people unfairly attacking someone, I'm going to come in and now I'm going to attack you. There, now it's fair. Now it's balanced. You said, I remember when you said Beatrice sounds deep. They all are a bunch of hunchback mans on this show. Kata sound like a man. Beatrice act like a man. She don't look like a man, but she just acts like a teenage boy. Trinity sounds like a ghetto man. Aniyah be buffing up at men. Aniyah's voice is a little bit more prettier, but then the way she act is very manly. Buffing up at KC. Girl, sit down. One of these days, y'all are going to learn, right? You're not stronger than men. That's why some of y'all be having to learn the hard way. Okay? When you get your head knocked between those washers and dryers. You're not, Casey, if he wanted to, could knock you out. Why are you trying to do this whole like that's crazy. But if Casey knocked you out, he would be in the wrong, right? Oh, okay. Casey, on family day, your sisters better set these girls straight. If they don't, I have no respect for them. No. If I was on that island, I kid you not, I would have all those girls silenced. I know how to silence people and get them to act accordingly. You see, the people that was constantly bugging me on YouTube, I exposed them for the second time. I don't hear anything about them bugging me anymore. They moved on because they figured out that I'm not the one. I mean, that I know of. I haven't had subscribers tell me anything, so. You said Casey be arguing back too much. What are you talking about? Are we watching the same show? Aniyah has been talking over KC episode after episode after episode after episode. Movie night was the first time KC attempted to stand up for himself. Even when I showed the episode to my husband kept saying, this man cannot get a word in. He still, even when he tried to speak up and argue back, he has been punked episode after episode after episode by these girls. He has been silenced and punked. Are we, Aniyah fans, are we watching the same show? What is, like, y'all are like, I love Alondria, but her fans last year was a little bit too much. Y'all are like her fans on steroids. That's what I'm saying. What do you want Casey to do? If he's silent, y'all got a problem. You and her fans got a problem. If he attempts to stand up and asserts dominance after the 7th time of being cursed out by 5 different women, y'all have a problem. Somebody said, if the whole world was yelling at him, of course he's going to clap back. Y'all expect certain dark-skinned black men to literally not be a human. Do you know how much stress that is for 5 different ratchet, ghetto, cigarette smoking voice hyenas to all be screaming at you at once, calling you a bitch, which by the way, black men, black American men, that word, like, some of them will knock you out for calling them that. I was always taught that that word was like the ultimate disrespect. You don't call, you just don't go around calling people that. My dad taught me that, actually. I would say unprovoked. I'm all for self-defense. You know what I mean? But yeah. You're a dark-skinned black man. I'm just saying, as a man, I'm not arguing with these chicks. I'm gonna be like Corbin. I mean, yeah, that's what the men were doing. And honestly, it was satisfying when Sincere put those girls in his place. Put them in their place. Yeah, Corbin, oh my God. I need his level of unbotheredness. He's so unbothered. It's actually funny. Contrary to popular belief, I don't hate Corbin. I think that Corbin and Kenzie are playing the game as intended. You are supposed to explore everyone. So I like Corbin and Kenzie. So, unpopular opinion, Kenzie had a point when her connection was crying. I'm sorry, you're acting like Aniyah. Did you close it off with Kenzie? No. So you can't be mad if she goes and explores someone else. Sorry, but I feel like Kenzie is a little bit misunderstood. Does she have hoish ways? Yes. But the show is slutty. What are we talking about here? She's just participating in the show how it's intended. The show it's a slutty show. Kenzie can be a slut, but yeah, she had a point. Like, if you liked her that bad to the point where you're crying and you only known her for a few days, if you wanted her that bad, you should have just locked it down, closed it off, like what Corbin did with Perimeter. I don't know how to say her name. Corbin seemed to really like Perimeter, and he closed it off, I think. So Corbin is the only one playing the game correctly. You said Kenzie is annoying. I can't stand her. She is annoying. I do agree with y'all's opinions about her. She's not as annoying as Aniyah, though. I don't find Kenzie, like, insufferable. She's just like a dumb blonde. You said that ladies Corbin line had me cracking up. He ain't have no sense. I love mimicking Corbin's voice. He'd be like, ladies, Melanie. I like Corbin, bro. I'm good at imitating voices. I cannot do Kata's. That one is too manly for me. Ladies, we got a text. Y'all can never make me hate Corbin. I'm sorry. And like the way all these ratchet hyenas were screaming at him, and he just was so unbothered. Like he just, I think Corbin in a way can be mature. Like he sees the little girl in these girls, and it's almost like he just doesn't pay them any mind. I like that. I mean, I'm taking notes from his book, okay? Because I would have cursed all those girls out. I would have gone on the same level and cursed them out. So in that way, I'm not very mature. Like, once you start something with me, no, I'm not mature. No, I'm not the bigger person. No, I'm not taking the higher road. In fact, I'm actually going to go to hell, okay? So, yeah, maybe I could learn from Corbin. Because he just don't care. He's not interested. He thinks all of y'all are chopped. He got the baddest chick on the island right now. Perimeter is fine as hell. He ain't worried about these little girls. Perimeter is like 27 or something. He also notices things other people don't. Yeah, he's a Virgo. Virgos tend to just notice everything. They clock, the T. Not too much, because Aniyah is also a Virgo, so... Corbin knows he's that guy too. He's so unbothered. You said you're sick of the whole culture of being the bigger person. I wasn't raised to be the bigger person. My mom, the way I was raised, I was taught don't let nobody bully you. And when they do, I was taught self-defense. So I don't know. I wasn't raised to let people walk all over me. That's kind of what it's coming off, like how the men are acting. Just letting these girls walk all over them. I'm not saying the men should like get physical with them. No. I don't think that they should do that. I was just putting y'all on game. I said in the real world, you go around talking to people like that, some might get physical. Do I want the men to get physical? No, I never want to see men hit women. That's how I was raised. I was raised on hearing men should never hit women, and I agree. They shouldn't. Because you're stronger. You're way stronger. So I would just say try your best to de-escalate, but hey, self-defense is self-defense. If you charging at him physically, I don't have anything else to say after that. But yeah. Oh, you said, would I ever do a call-in live show? I always thought about that, but I'm kind of like nervous. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Wait. Yeah, I don't. Like just random people. I think I would have to give y'all a link. Oh my God, it's so hot right now. So I actually had, okay, so I don't have my mic. My mic, it tunes out all the sound, like the fan, the AC. I don't have it. So right now, I know I'm like crazy. I'm burning up. I turn off all the fans, all the ACs, so my house can be silent. And you won't hear the white noise in the back. But we're literally going through a heat wave. So I'm just sitting in a room sweating with no fan, no AC, talking to you guys. Okay, that's love, okay? Like, it's probably like 100 degrees right now. Amora is really pretty. I like Amora. She's not insufferable. It's okay to feel some type of way if you made a connection with a man. Like, you could tell, like, she kind of was feeling a way towards Sincere. That's normal, right? She's mature. But throwing a tantrum, cursing people out, flipping the desk over like what Aniyah is doing, no, that's a mood disorder. Okay? You just, like what somebody said, you just met this man 3 weeks ago. He didn't even make it official. What are we doing here? And that's the real root as to why she's acting like this, by the way. She gonna say, oh, I don't care. It was this, it was that. No, it's the fact that he walked out with TT and not you. That's why you're acting like that. What do I think about Kenzie being the only one to stand on business? What do you mean? Oh, like she's like playing the game as intended? I gave her flowers. I like that I like how Kenzie plays the game a little bit. She kind of got a mouth on her too. But Kenzie, the thing about her is she will curse you out, but then she'll move on. Aniyah be dragging it episode after episode. I see why Casey was exhausted. Oh, and another thing. People tried to say Casey is jealous because he's looking upset that Aniyah's with Carl. Bro, that's how I know the fan base is young. They can't even read social cues. Basic social cues. Casey is not jealous that Aniyah is with Carl. He's exhausted and does not like Aniyah, and he's checked out. You know how he's always kind of like angry towards Aniyah and kind of a little bit like hostile, doesn't want to speak to her? It's because that's how they act when they stop liking you. He literally said, like, take men for what they're saying sometimes. He literally said he wants Aniyah to get off his PP and go over there to Carl, so that way she's not constantly exploding. And then they also the fans are so manipulative. You know how during movie night, KC was making all of these facial reactions? They was like, yeah, he knows he's guilty. No. He's making those reactions because he knows with Aniyah and her mood disorder that she has going on, her undiagnosed mood disorder, she's going to blow up at him. Because anything Casey does, he has to walk on eggshells. Y'all don't know how to read people. You're emotional intelligence, emotional. Y'all are not emotionally intelligent at all. Casey do not like Aniyah. The fact that her fan base was trying to say, "Oh, he just mad, he jealous," y'all are stupid. Y'all are the types that are delusional, right? When a man, these are the types of women where it's like men will make it obvious they don't like her, but in her delusional brain, she's convincing herself that, oh no, he's in love. One of my ops tried to do that. Like, she would convince herself that I was still on her page. I'm not worried about you. Like, you want him to be worried about Aniyah. No, he just wants Aniyah to not explode at every little thing that he's doing. That is a man that's constantly walking on eggshells. He made these facial reactions, and the fans was like, see, he knows he's guilty. No, he knows Aniyah, the storm of Aniyah is gonna come, regardless of what he does. Damn, man. It's like, talking to her fan base is extremely stressful. And it's literally like talking to special ed kids. I'm actually not even playing. Like, I don't know if they're that dumb or they're just purposely manipulating everything Casey does because they hate him. I think that it's both. You said this shows how her fan base is all in toxic situationships. Girl, that's what I'm saying, because they don't know when a man don't like you. That's what I'm saying. They cannot read when a man is just done, checked out, kind of annoyed. He's annoyed by her because every episode there's drama. But they're saying, oh, see, he want her back. He just mad. No, because that's what happens in your life. The man don't want you. You run off every man, and then you convince yourself that, oh, no, look, he's probably still on my page, and he's probably still, no, he's not. No. I feel like when men like you, they don't do that. When a man likes you, you're going to know. For me, it's very intense when they like you. I don't think they do the whole playing games in that way. You said these girls are literally sitting around bad-mouthing these men, but none of their fans call it out. They never. All of their horrific behavior gets swept under the rug. I can't. KC blink wrong, and it's an explosion. All these girls, y'all talk shit too, though. Y'all talk shit too. That's what I'm not understanding. Okay, Casey might have cracked a little joke or two here and there, and y'all didn't. F that ninja girl. Yeah, girl. Go get Carl, girl. He can't explore, but y'all can. He can't talk mess, but y'all can. That Angie Stone wig aging Aniyah bad. Oh my God. All right, I think the screen is white. I think that's my sign to kind of wrap this discussion up. I said it was going to be a long time because last night's episode was so much to unpack. Again, I feel like production, they be like, they enable her too much. They brought Carl back for her. You could tell this is not Love Island, it's the Aniyah show. So I went ahead and blocked production. Goodbye. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to watch the show or not. As of right now, I'm over it. But I can't speak for future me, okay? I cannot speak for future me. If Aniyah finally gets put in her place, I'm watching that episode. But as long as they keep bullying KC, I'm not watching that show no more. I'm not watching it no more. So holler at me when these girls get put in their place, okay? Then I might take a look. But I'm over it. You said you can wrap this up. Too many Aniyah defenders over here. Well, that's good because they're getting me paid. I like when people pay me off of their rage. Yeah, they're even in the chat. They're psychotic. They're even in the chat. They all have anti-KC on their profile pictures. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? You said, nah, because the show and its fans are pissing me off. Do you feel like it was kind of like BGC? But here's the thing with baddies and BGC, right? When they would have beef, it kind of made sense why they didn't like each other. So it was more like mutual. It was hardly ever just like, I know on like rare occasions they got bullied. And I didn't like watching the girls get bullied. I'm talking like for no reason. You just continuously keep dogpiling on that person for no reason. That's what bullying is for me. I didn't, even back in the day, I didn't like watching that. It was like some white girl they kept dogpiling on. But for the most part, with baddies and bad girls club, when they do get into it, it's mutual. You can understand, okay, I see your point, I see your point. It's not like unfair. I don't think there's ever been anything that was unfair on Bad Girls Club. Or, yeah. I don't watch baddies anymore, though. So I can't speak for baddies. I don't watch baddies. It's too ghetto for me. It's too much fighting all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess as of right now, maybe I'm just getting older, but I don't really watch shows where it's like the whole thing is just bullying, fighting, bullying. I don't know. I just can't watch it. Like, or for example, I know I defended Tyra Banks because she was a little bit mean, but it was a reason she was mean to the models. You get what I'm saying? It made sense. She was preparing them for the real world. Because in the real world, when she's not holding their hand, the modeling industry is cruel. It's brutal, especially back in the early 2000s. So she was it made sense why Tyra was like strict. So I know I've defended Tyra. Like, I don't mind meanness if it makes sense. You get what I'm saying? It has to make sense for me. When it's just unfair, the person is damned if they do, damned if they don't. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. I'm good. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because it's like, I know I'm not the one to talk, but I've never liked watching someone just get bullied for no reason. That's not me. I never bullied no one in my life. I've always kind of stood up for like, people in that situation. If you can't tell by my content, even on YouTube, I do that. Like, yeah. When they're just, with the Tyla thing, I did lots of videos on her because they were like, it was like if she breathed wrong, people didn't like her. I don't like situations like that where it's like you're just being a human and anything you do, you got people teaming up on you. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So you'll see me defend people in general. But yeah, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it's mutual, it's mutual. Yeah, you said Tyra was a product of her time and it's disingenuous to judge her by today's standards. Preach. You're applying 2026 standards on 2006 time periods. Those were two entirely different time periods. There were lots of shows like Tyra Banks where people were trying to become stars. And yeah, the judges were brutal, but it made sense. They were prepping them because do you think being a star and a celebrity is easy, dealing with all these opinions and stuff like that? No, you need thick skin. It made sense. Chocolate said, I love how you're always giving a different perspective because it definitely does open my mind a lot. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for being open-minded. Like, with me, I always explain my why I think certain things. I never just say something and then leave. I thoroughly explain. And I tend to always kind of like change people's minds a lot. So yeah, American Idol and stuff like that. Yeah, it made sense why the judges were mean and brutal and stuff like that. It made sense. Casey breathes wrong. America hates him. Production hates him. I'm not gonna watch this Casey hate train show. The man ain't even doing nothing. Okay, I'm not watching this. Because y'all just didn't like dark-skinned men anyways. I'm not watching this. I'm sorry. No. I don't like when my subscribers tell me that like they're getting bullied at school. I don't do that. There was actually, honestly, the girls that I get into it with on YouTube, they're bullies. They go around bullying people and I see that they're bullying people. And so I bully them back. I believe in self-defense. And to me, bullying is when you are like consistently, you wake up every single day to dogpile on one person. That's what bullying is to me. I know I'm a little bit mean in my videos, but typically I do my mean videos. I'll do a topic or whatever. It's kind of blunt. I move on to the next. I move on to the next. I move on to the next. You know what I mean? It's not, my account is just not talking about one person all day, every day. I don't like doing that, or I try not to do that. I try my best. With Aniyah, it's hard. I will keep it a buck. It's very hard not to do that to Aniyah. Okay? Jesus Christ. But it's like, okay, I bully people that bully people, bully other people, right? So even if I am doing lots of videos on Aniyah, well, every episode she dogpiling on KC and her fans are freaking trash, so fair game. Let's see. Yeah, if it's okay. All right, well, you said you're a free thinker and most people have this mob mentality that makes no sense. Thank you. I am a free thinker. A lot of people have said that about me. I just develop my own opinions. Like, I just don't let the public tell me how I should think and feel about things. I see it for what it is and then I comment on it from there. And a lot of people like my channel for that. You said it's giving justice, BG, not bullying. That's what I'm saying. By the time I get mean to people, it's like me, it's like on some justice energy. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. You said you can tell your advice and thoughts are original. Thank you. You said I don't think BG is a bully. Thank you. I can see how people would think that if they're like taking it out of context, because I'm mean. I'm mean sometimes, I'm blunt, but yeah. Well, it was really nice talking to you guys. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be recording content all day though. I really miss posting and editing. I'm debating if I should talk about Rihanna. I have a feeling y'all are not gonna like that video though. Don't get me wrong. I think I always never liked ASAP Rocky. Like I seen what he said at that concert. That's so disgusting. That is like so disgusting to say. Like, why? Like, just I can't stand like people who are just openly super lustful. But okay, let me stop talking. I gotta go. Bye. Bye, guys. I'm tired. Wait, you said thank you, BG. It's refreshing hearing someone with a smart take from this damn show. Ain't it? Ain't it refreshing? That's why when I come on here, I'm so passionate because it's nothing but bad take after bad take after bad take, bias take, bias take, bias take. When is someone gonna come out and just scream the truth? So I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Okay, seriously, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna